Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Make sure you get over to jerichogreen.net. And today I want to talk about the purge that is coming to LA. You've seen the movie where the citizens of that city had 24 hours to do any wild, fucked up crime they wanted to, murder on down. Well, Los Angeles is turning into that. So they've done away with the cash bail. It's a no bail policy now, just like it was under the sweet and sour sniffles shutdown bullshit that we all went through. And now criminals, I'll read it to you right now. It says, LA recently revived a pandemic era no bail policy. So it was out, it was done. Sweet and sour sniffles were over, so was the no bail. That expired last July. That means anyone arrested for non-violent felonies or misdemeanors like theft, shoplifting, drug use, and vandalism in the city will be released without bail. Let me put that into layman's terms, okay? If you're a homeless person or a person, whatever, we're talking about LA, so chances are to be some homeless motherfucker. You can walk up to somebody and slap them in the face. Police say, hey, come here. Click, click. You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent, blah, blah, blah. Come on in. Here's your fingerprint. Let me get a picture. Cheese. All right. Turn around. Get my good side. Right? They're going to arrest them, book them, release them. So they'll probably be back out on the street before you take that pack of frozen peas off of your eye that they just slapped you in. Now, there can't be any loss of consciousness or broken bones, knocked out teeth, or anything like that. Okay, if you hit somebody or you shove them or something like that, that's considered battery. Shout out to my man Kenny and Tammy. They came through with the real world knowledge. Because, you know, I get to reading this shit. I don't understand all these terms. So I need to talk to somebody who's lived under these policies or who enforced these policies. It's one thing to be, you know, to have the decree from those on high, and then it's another thing to have the cops and the prosecutors and stuff who are on the street level, so to speak, who deal with this shit in real life scenarios. So he was telling me it could be anything from a shoving match between two neighbors, hey, your dog shit on my lawn again, hey, fuck you, to somebody getting punched or something like that. But once you get into broken bones, loss of consciousness, now it's into a felony. Shoplifting, theft, how many fucking videos do we need to see of some masked hooligans, let's be honest, a bunch of nigglets, walking out of a store with armfuls of shit with the alarm going off? I just saw a video today. Two guys in a Bass Pro Shop walked out with $3,000 worth of shit. Walked out in a shopping cart, fully loaded, walked the fuck out of the store. How long is it going to take for these businesses to go like this to the city? We can't take the financial loss, and we can't take any more of our employees being hurt. Trying to stop these fools. Chaos will reign. Even 50 Cent knows that. 50 Cent put up a video on Twitter. He says LA is finished. He says watch how bad it gets out there under these no bail policies. So here's what's happening. You're making it easier. Oh, here's the other part. Here's the second half of this. The second half is those who are incarcerated right now for those charges will be immediately released. So when somebody commits a crime against somebody, theft or battery, assault, whatever, and they get no consequences, what's going to happen the next time they decide to commit a crime? They're going to be emboldened. They're going to think, well, since I got away with A, I can probably get away with B. But B is going to be something more serious. And there's a lot of numbers out there and a lot of statistics letting you know how this shit happens. Or what happens once you have these no bail situations in these Democrat-run festering shitholes. It's something between 70 and 90% of the criminals who are out, who have been basically caught and released, They reoffend, and when they reoffend, the crimes are worse than the ones they originally committed to get arrested for. So if I get arrested for battery because I slapped somebody, well, now I'm emboldened. So next time I do something, I'm going to stick a gun in somebody's ribs, or I'm going to knock somebody out and they fall on the ground and hit their head, or you break their jaw. Who gives a fuck? You're emboldening these criminals and you're putting an air of lawlessness out there, and that's exactly what it is. At the same time, they're hog-tying law-abiding citizens when it comes to carrying a gun. What's the average response time? 10 minutes? Put that in a city with an overworked, understaffed police department. You could probably double that shit. You could probably double that response time. And you're just supposed to sit there with your arms crossed, waiting for the police to show up as this fool stomping the brains out of your fucking ears? But if you grab a gun and shoot that son of a bitch, well, I mean, he was on your porch. You have to wait for him to make entry into your home and drive the knife at least 2 inches into your chest, and then you can shoot him. Or you have to have some kind of threat on your life, or you have to deal in highly valuable merchandise like jewels or some shit like that for you to get a fucking CCW. How about, I'm a tax-paying citizen, I'm over 18, gimme. But it is so hard to get a CCW in this state. Well, it actually depends on the sheriff in the county that you live in. So if you don't live in a little red pocket like I do, you're going to have a real tough time, or you will not get a CCW. How weird is that another adult can tell you what you can or can't have to protect yourself? Meanwhile, in Criminalville, CC what? Gun law. What's law? Is that French? I don't know. We don't know laws. What are those? They're packing shit you only see in 80s action movies, and we can't have a damn BB gun out in public. But they're steadily eroding away at the laws that are supposed to keep criminals inside the jails and prisons. Now get out of here. Go on, come here, you rascally little shit. Get out of here, criminal. Don't you come back here. I'm going to kick you in the ass with the instep of my foot. Go on, get out of here. And here we are, living our lives, walking to and from our car in the parking lot, all you're trying to do is take some groceries into your house. And then this horde of little bastards with masks on just rush up and put a gun to the back of your head. You can't do shit. All you can do is be a victim. That's what they want. Cities and counties and towns and parishes, whatever the fuck you want to call it, they want them full of victims that are dependent on them for everything. They don't want you to protect yourself. They're going to turn LA into a fucking third world shithole war zone, but you can't protect yourself. You know what they're going to turn LA into? If they could have their wet dream, I'm talking about the Gascons and Newsoms and what's his name? Wiener, the Wieners of the world. Which one do we have? We have Scott Wiener, right? I know in New York they got Anthony Weiner. All these weird fucking commie perverts, you know what their wet dream is? They want to turn Los Angeles into the first 5 minutes of Predator 2. If you haven't seen that, go on YouTube and look up opening scene Predator 2. If you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The Scorpion is ready. That's what they want to turn Los Angeles into. And at the same time, charging you 2 arms and 2 legs to live in that infested shithole. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.